He has 6 fights with 5 wins and only 1 loss. He represents First Division. John, the real deal O'Neill.
Right, we're going straight into the fight. There's no coming into the middle.
And his opponent in the red corner. He weighed in at 77.5 pounds. He has a record of 36 fights, 24 wins, 11 losses, and 1 draw. He represents the Storm Team, Nigel and the Storm Team. The referee is the Chris Patrick.
Work the leg, Nigel. Hands up, step, cross now, cross. Knee. Nigel, knee in the clinch, keep your hands up. Combo one. That's it, right. Now, jab, kick, punch, jab, kick. Knee, Nigel, that's it. Hands up, hands up. Jab, kick, jab, kick. That's it, that's it. One more. Jab, kick, 1, 2, 3. Hey, there we go, hands up. Kick. Now, Nigel, long kick. Jab. Yeah, 1, 2. Kick now, yeah. Nigel, kick now. Hands up. Knee, Nigel. Hands up. Nigel, knee the thigh as well. Come on, jab, low kick. Move. Again, come on, enough. Good. Knee.
Quite instinctively, look, Thomas walks forward, takes the center of that ring.
There was a lot of mutual respect from both guys, and Thomas said, look, I realize how good this kid is. He has good skills, and I'm prepared to deal with it. You mentioned the big leagues right now. O'Neill looking pretty solid. He's getting pushed back into the ropes right now. Thomas certainly the aggressor and the controller, but O'Neill looking for that counter. Nice hand fighting. Parry to his outside slip. You can tell he's got a boxing background. In fact, Malk, that's where he began his martial arts career.
Yes, you can see that from the stance and the way he throws those straight punches. Now, all I would like to see is exactly what he did. Use that solid boxing and then bring that low kick in as a matter of course. What a weapon the low kick has been tonight. Not just in terms of stopping, but setting up what else you need, whether it's to slow your man's mobility, stop him walking so he can get the punches in. I cannot stress enough that if you get a good punch combination in, drop the leg in afterwards.
3 minutes gone by here at your call. Thomas said he worked on strength conditioning, cardio, and being fight fit. O'Neill said he worked on looking at reflexes and making use of those to exploit angles. So already you're seeing some of that here on display, Malk. it seemed to me that Thomas wanted to try to be the aggressor, push forward, walk him down, and of course O'Neal utilizing good head movement, some solid hand fighting, trying to catch him cold.
You're right, Chris, but the difference between the two is the game plan of Thomas is right given the rule set. I mean, if everything else is close, the judges are going to see him pushing, center ring, pushing back. Now, what they're going to see is O'Neal countering, but it's always having to counter something that Thomas has pushed forward with. So subtle little things can make all the difference when it's close. And for me, that's why I'm going with the red corner in that opening round, just for ring control there.
Second stanza here at York Hall. The action rolls on in the Super Fight Series at 170 pounds.
And again, look where they are immediately, Chris. Thomas walking down. Now, you mentioned it. It's good boxing. It's a good turn. It's nice movement from O'Neal, but he's always having to defend. He's always having to bring himself back off those ropes because Thomas is almost like rooted to the middle of the ring before he moves back. But that's better from O'Neal.
Nice check there from Thomas. Probing low kick counter, not committing fully. And he's fighting smart here. He's not getting drawn into the game that O'Neal wants to play. That's also important. That shows your experience because sometimes in a fight, you know, you can throw caution to the wind or you can let emotion get the best of you. And right now what I'm seeing from Thomas is a lot of discipline. And I think that's one of the things that shows here.
That discipline, as you said, comes with that experience of 36 fights. Walking O'Neal down. But what I've already seen from O'Neal, as you said, is slick technique. And that's what we need more of. Left, right, and then the low kick on the end.
He's got the body of an action figure, but would you believe he's 43, Malk?
No, I wouldn't. That's incredible, isn't it? I mean, it just gives us all hope because I don't know what happened to me when I hit 40.
Nice kick there, O'Neal. Good job switching up. Touch of gloves. Thomas thought he maybe went a little bit low.
But I think O'Neal is showing maturity himself. He's in with a man with vast experience. He's not been caught heavy cleanly. He has shot back. He's moved. Now, this is where Thomas really needs to capitalize because outside of that, look how quickly O'Neal turns.
I like the way that Thomas steps into the jab, and I like the way that O'Neal is trying to punish him for it and kick that leg. When the weight's down on that leg, that's the best time to blast it. But the danger is, when he throws that right round kick, Thomas is looking and searching for a target with that overhand right. So it's a game of timing and inches right now.
Well, the experience is coming into play simply with ring control here. But that's what I want to see more of from O'Neal because Thomas just walks you down, walks forward. And then when he gets to here, does his work. What I'd like to see O'Neal do is change up the rhythm here. Let's break Thomas's rhythm because he's had that rhythm from the opening round. Now, as we've both alluded to, O'Neal's a good technician. He counters well, but that's what he's doing the whole time. Step forward, stop him coming now. Stop him coming forward at will like this.
Sometimes that's the best asset of a pressure fighter is a consistent rhythm and consistent pace. So if you're trying to counter him, you got to break that rhythm. You got to throw on the off time. You got to mix things up. Think of a tempo, and if you were talking about music, for example, switch things up. And O'Neal needs to look for that now.
That's it. That's exactly it, Chris, because that tempo is with Thomas. He took his man to the canvas with that kick. He walked forward. He landed with the big right. It's that momentum. He's playing a certain beat with his drums, and it's staying at that beat. This is what he does well.
And Thomas, that was the overhand right. If O'Neal kicks low, watch for him to throw that. O'Neal did a good job. There we go. That was good. Couple of punches, get him to freeze, get him to cover high, and then quickly kick and get out of there. Because you cannot stand and trade with that guy. He's got so much power, and he's very athletic.
And there you saw with the low kick as well, Chris. But we saw the key to a success for O'Neal. Left, right, low kick, move. Left, right, low kick, move. Left, right, low kick, move. Because at the moment, the rhythm, he's marching to the beat of this man's drum.
Listen, I want to be knackered at the end of the round, so let's go another time. Move. In the middle. In the middle.
3 more minutes on the clock here at York Hall. Chris Hoekstra alongside Malcolm Martin. Charlie O'Neal from Leicester in the First Legion Gym, taking on Storm Gym's own Nigel Thomas from Luton.
And Nigel Thomas again is right in that corner with O'Neill now. Nice little spin by O'Neill, but they've got to break immediately. And watch Thomas, he'll walk straight back in, rolling, high guard, walking in, walking him down, low kick, check this time by O'Neill. Comes forward, that's that drum beat, here he comes.
Watch for O'Neill to throw little punches on the exit from that clinch. I think that would be smart. He's got to catch Nigel out of position.
That's it, just start like he's doing now, Chris. Stepping forward as Nigel starts to, you notice he rolls with that shoulder to start the whole process. The shoulders will roll left and right, and that's what O'Neill needs exactly to do. So as that happens, I'm the one pushing forward now. Subtle changes from O'Neill's game plan. Whether it's too late, I don't know, but otherwise this is what happens to you.
It's been more even trades. It's been better exchanges here. I think O'Neill getting the slight edge here in the last few. That was a good low kick. But the thing is, you can't play the points game right now. I think he's down 2 rounds, pretty confidently 2018. I've been wrong tonight a couple of times in the scoring, but for me, I think the smart bet right now for O'Neill would be to try to look for those hands.
Well, look, there's that roll of the shoulder for Thomas, and that says, here I come, I'm coming at you again. You're going to get this, then you're going to get the big right. O'Neill needs to do as he did right at the beginning of the round, otherwise this will fade away from him again.
Both guys are breathing a little bit right now. It has been a pretty solid pace. It's been a consistent pace. Neither guy has really backed down. Everyone's just been kind of in third gear the whole time.
That's the thing, Chris, and you've summed it up. There's been a consistency about everything that's happened in this bout.
Dare I say third gear if you're in a 5-speed, 4 if you're in a 6. But hey, who's counting?
But the problem here is, within that framework, one of the guys is winning and the other guy doesn't realize he's losing when he's staying within that same gear with him.
Nice combination there from O'Neill. That was good. But I'm not convinced he can stop Thomas with that type of stuff. Thomas is super, super tough. And to be honest, he hasn't really taken a lot of significant strikes. No. He's got to look for one of those looping shots, an uppercut or an overhand right. Catch him coming in with something like that. Catch him coming in trying to jump for a knee. That was kind of a lazy setup there from Thomas. I think that uppercut's open, especially when Thomas overreaches like that.
This is the thing, Chris. We mentioned the Matador versus Bull scenario before. O'Neill had to really be the Matador, pepper him, move away, pepper him, move away from the horns. For me, though, to be fair to O'Neill, this has been his best round.
Nice overhand right, left hook just skimming the nose of O'Neill. We go the distance tonight at the York Hall. That was an intriguing fight, and that was a very intriguing fight because of the decisions both guys made. They clearly had different game plans going into there. It evolved as we saw it. To me, I think Thomas gets the unanimous decision, but Malk, how do you see it?
Well, I feel the same because if we check the replays here, Thomas had no reason not to keep coming forward consistently. These were nice little combinations, but they were few and far between. And then look, after a brilliant combination like that, he's waiting on the ropes for Thomas to come back at him, and this has been the problem. Thomas has had no reason to change these tactics, and I think O'Neill will regret that later. That's just the lack of experience compared to his opponent.
So we'll get the official announcement here at York Hall for the Super Fight Series. The action at 77 keys. O'Neill and Thomas go the full 3. Thomas with 6 times the pro experience. Both men certainly very intriguing in their approach to the game. So O'Neill, a big underdog tonight, but gave a great account of himself. We'll have the official announcement as the scorecards come in momentarily from Mr. Malcolm Martin.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 full rounds of action, please, let's hear for both men in the ring.
I think that's a Nigel, surely on...
But we have a unanimous decision. Our 3 judges in favor of the blue corner, Charlie O'Neill.